The time has come to talk about football. Alright, first we got the Philadelphia Eagles. Get them Eagles, fly! The Eagles had a great game on Thursday. I'm reporting it pretty late because I post on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. This will probably be out on a Wednesday. I do not know, though. If you see it posted on a Tuesday, then that's pretty cool, I guess. But our offense, overall, in the first half, did not exactly pop off. Of course, in the second half, as usual, they popped off. Our defense, though, props to Quanon Mitchell. We're jumping right into the action, I know. He did not allow a single catch on star receiver Terry McLaurin throughout the entire game. But not a single reception, no yards for Terry McLaurin when he was up against Quanon Mitchell. And plus, Terry McLaurin only had one reception, and it was against Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean is still really good, though. He was up against Terry McLaurin. Like, what do you expect him to do? Dude, Quanon Mitchell, he's just too good. He's just too good for his own good. He might not have the best catching skills. He might not be the best ball hawk. Actually, he's a great ball hawk. His catching skills just need to improve a little bit. But he is good getting the deflections and not letting the receivers even get targeted. His coverage is tight. Locked down tight. Hugging tight. Hugging like my fingers are doing right now. He's always just up in the receiver's business. Just covering them, locked down. But the offense, shaky start, but of course, the offense always pops up and is always clutch in the third and fourth quarter. I'm telling you, this offense is unstoppable in the second half. The first half, you can easily stop them. Second half, you will not and cannot stop them. Cannot and will not stop them, okay? You will not. You are unable to. It is impossible to stop them in the second half. Jalen Hurts had 64.3% completion, passing yards 223, 39 rushing yards, and that was on 10 attempts, which is pretty good for a quarterback, I'd say, and a rushing touchdown. My only complaint is the lack of passing touchdowns, but he should have had one, but officials, they just don't like us. The officials just don't like us, honestly. Let's see. Also, Saquon Barkley, amazing as usual. 26 attempts, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns, 52 receiving yards, and 5.6 yards per carry. Beautiful. It's magnificent. Magnificent. A.J. Brown, I'd say he still had a good game, even though he wasn't exactly targeted consistently. People are saying that Jamar Chase is better than A.J. Brown, which, yes, he has more yards than him, but 1, A.J. Brown was injured. 2, Joe Burrow throws 50 times a game, specifically mostly to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I'm not hating on the Burrows or the Bengals or the Jamar Chases. I'm just saying they're overrating them just a little bit. But we're talking about the Eagles. A.J. Brown had 5 receptions, which ain't too bad, but only 65 yards, which for most receivers, that's fairly good. But for him, Austin Eckler had more yards receiving than him, which is stupid because it just is. But Kenny Gainwell, even though he didn't carry the ball that much, he had 10.8 yards per carry. That's just insane. Just insane. But defensively, we're going back to the defense. We hop from defense to offense, back to defense again. Zach Bourne! My man, the main man, Zach Bond himself. 14 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and a pass deflection. He is acting like an elite linebacker right now. He's one of the best linebackers in the league. This linebacker duo has been the best graded linebacker duo in the league for quite some time right now. Nakobe Dean, speaking of the middle linebacker duo, 10 tackles and 1 pass deflection. Like, our defense is in lockdown form right now. Madden. I'm calling you out. You need to up the overalls of our defense so heavily. Our defense is only like 81 overall, or I don't know what the overall of our defense is right now, but it's lower than it should be, okay? Reed Blankenship came up with that interception, not to mention having 10 tackles and a pass deflection. Like, what is this? I haven't been able to say we've had a good defense in a long time. We have not had this good of a defense in a long time. Of course, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, I'm pretty sure he had a good game, I think. As I already said, Quainon Mitchell popped the frick off. 0 receptions from Terry McLaurin from him when covering him. As I already said, so I'll jump off that right now. But on to some bad things. Bad thing number 1, we tried this really dumb looking trick play. I don't know what was going in the mind, what was happening in the brain of whoever called that. It was not good. I think that was probably the worst trick play attempt that has happened in the league this year. That was just not good. That was like a loss of like 20 yards or something. Jake Elliott. What are you doing? Bro! I think he was like 2 out of 4 of his field goals and like 1 out of 2 with his touchdowns, I think. Like, that's just... Like, of course, Jake Elliott, he's known for being really good, and I trust him for the upcoming games. I'm just hoping this does not become a pattern for the next few games, because if it does, get rid of him! Because that was bad. Okay? But he's a good kicker. I hope he'll just improve off of that game as much as he can. And, I think that's all I have to talk about for the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah. To the Titans. I'm not gonna cover them. You know what? I said I wasn't gonna cover them. And I was not lying. I'm not gonna cover them. But I have but one thing to say about that game. Why did the refs hate us so?